Now there's breaking news coming in. Justice K Ganguly has threatened the media today after being questioned by them constantly in Kolkata. Now remember, this is he has in fact hit out at the media. Let's listen in. We'll try and get back, give you the audio of, in fact, that. And our correspondent Indrajit Kundu now joining us on the phone line. Indrajit, we understand that this retired Supreme Court Judge K Ganguly has refused to speak to the media, has always denied the charges that in fact have been levelled against him. And today, in fact, coming out, hitting out at the media in Kolkata, saying that he has tolerated enough. Remember, this is after the Supreme Court committee probing the law graduate sexual harassment complaint said that there was prima facie evidence of unwelcome sexual conduct on the part of the retired judge.
Well, that's right. Justice Ganguly, in fact, we saw visibly annoyed Justice Ganguly when he left his residence. And the media, in fact, has been trying to get in touch with him for the past few days. We have been constantly trying to ring him up and get his version of things as to how he would like to react to this report that has now been submitted and that has now been made public by the Supreme Court, where he has been found, the allegations have been found correct, prima facie. So there are, proceedings that are likely to take place. We do not know how the criminal proceedings are to follow up, but we, of course, would want to hear from Justice Ganguly as to how he looks at this entire, episode. However,
Right.
Justice Ganguly from the very beginning has been ducking our questions. Initially, he said that he had dismissed all the allegations, saying that he is not willing to consider them. And now what has happened is Justice Ganguly saying that he has tolerated the media enough
Right.
because of its persistent questioning, and that he will not tolerate anymore. So visibly annoyed, as you can see in those visuals.
Right. Indrajit, stay with us. Let's just listen into the reaction, in fact, coming in from the retired Supreme Court judge. Atir Khan now joining us on the phone line. Atir, we understand that after the panel yesterday that was probing these allegations against retired Supreme Court Judge K Ganguly, remember they had said there was prima facie evidence of unwelcome sexual conduct on the part of the judge. But the CJI had closed further proceedings on the allegations, saying that it could do little against a retired judge administratively, and had sent a copy to the committee report to the law graduate indicating that the aggrieved party could take desired steps. So what's happening on that front?
That's right. The Supreme Court Chief Justice has clearly indicated that there is a proper channel through which now this complaint has to go through. Delhi police has already taken a cognizance of this matter, and they have in fact sent an email to the intern to indicate time and place for recording of the statement. So now the ball goes in the police courts.
Right.
They are going to deal with it. They are going to record the statements if, of course, the intern is willing to do that. And then after, they go to register an FIR and go ahead with the investigation.
Absolutely. Atir Khan, Associate Editor, bringing us that update. Indrajit Kundu, our correspondent, still with us. Indrajit, we understand that, no action, in fact, has been taken against the retired Supreme Court Justice K Ganguly. But today, when the media, in fact, approached him, remember, he has dismissed these charges against him before. But today, actually hitting out to the media, saying that he has tolerated enough, but not really giving his stand. Besides saying that he is shocked and shattered at these allegations, the justice has not really come out in defense of himself and given his version or his side of the story.
Well, that's right. From the very beginning, since the time this episode came into light, we have not got any elaborate statement from Justice Ganguly. He has maintained his silence, except for, small statements, short statements like he was shocked and shattered, and that he refutes all the charges. And now, obviously, visibly annoyed, Justice Ganguly hitting out at the media. However, what is also interesting is that the politics that is at play here in West Bengal. Remember, several leaders of the Trinamool Congress has been openly criticizing Justice Ganguly and saying that it was untenable for him to continue in the position of the chairman of the Human Rights Commission, and therefore he should resign. They have been demanding his resignation. But, we did not see the Trinamool Supremo herself speaking out against it. But
Right.
finally, she did break her silence, and yesterday in a Facebook post, she did mentioned that she has already written to the President of India to consider the case and strong action be initiated because of the gravity of the position that Justice Ganguly holds. So we were asking several legal experts as to what the West Bengal government could have done, and most of them were stating that this is actually what the West Bengal government could have done, because they could write to the President and it is for the President to initiate some sort of action. That is exactly what Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has done. Remember, Justice Ganguly obviously did not share a very good rapport with the West Bengal government, given his past record, because there have been several verdicts, one after another in the 2.5 years rule of Mamata Banerjee government, which has gone against the government here. So therefore, the Trinamool Congress making full use of this opportunity to hit out at Justice Ganguly.
Absolutely, Indrajit Kundu bringing us this update. Just remember, as these visuals that you see on your screen are of the retired Supreme Court Judge K Ganguly evading the media, saying that he has tolerated enough. Now remember, he has not come out in defense, has not provided his version or his side of the story after the law intern had in fact alleged that she was sexually harassed by Justice K Ganguly.
বিরক্ত করবেন না আমাকে, বিরক্ত করবেন না, অনেক সহ্য করেছি।
Associate Editor Atir Khan still with us on the phone line. Atir, besides the political class, several legal luminaries also coming out demanding that Justice K Ganguly actually step down from his position as the chairman of the West Bengal Human Rights Commission, demanding that an FIR actually be filed. But also he has in fact garnered a lot of support, again, from the political and the legal fraternity, claiming that there should be a probe first, the allegations must be probed first, and then we can talk about a resignation. Right, we seem to have lost the phone line with Associate Editor Atir Khan, but this is in fact the visuals of retired Supreme Court Judge K Ganguly coming out after hitting out at the media after, remember, these allegations of sexual harassment have been slapped against him.